Hey, good people, how you doing? David Taub here, co-creator of nextlevelguitar.com. Hope all is going well, and I hope your guitar and musical journeys are going famously. And today I have a lesson for you on how you can start connecting scale shapes and arpeggio shapes across the fretboard in a really simple manner. We're just going to take 3 scales, 3 arpeggios, and I'm going to show you an easy way that you can kind of navigate the fretboard. You know, having that fretboard vision, that mastery is so important, because once you can kind of see those connections and see, instead of an individual box, kind of see the whole neck as one big shape, one big opportunity, right? It makes putting licks together, it makes going across the fretboard in a way which you're really not thinking about it consciously. It's just kind of happening because you really have it under your fingers, right? And so many times I see students, they just kind of get stuck in this one position and they can't get out of it. And they're not sure how to start making these connections. Or maybe they can, but it sounds kind of disjointed. So I'm going to show you some easy ways to roll around on the fretboard, and we're going to have some fun. And hey, if you get a second, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to the channel, that really helps us. It helps us to keep bringing the content. Leave a comment below. Let us know how you like this lesson. Let us know what lessons you'd like to see coming up, or if you have any questions. We do regular FAQ videos on this channel. Let us know if you'd like to see a certain piece of gear reviewed. Leave a comment below. If you like the video, click the like button, and thank you so much for your support. So I'm going to show you 3 scales. Natural minor scales, which is also called Aeolian mode, also called pure minor. We're going to be in the key of A minor. It's very easy, no sharps or flats. And we're going to come up with this system on how you can connect 3 different positions, start playing across the neck, and start seeing these pathways, because that's going to open up the door to licks and melodies and whatnot. And I'm going to make it really simple in ways that you could just back and forth practice, back and forth practice, up and down, up and down. Now, these are practice exercises, and obviously when you're playing leads and jamming, you're not going to be playing scale shapes all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, right? Same thing with arpeggios, not all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. You know, you're going to be mixing in licks and arpeggios and notes and using those techniques and devices, you know, bending strings and hammer-ons and pull-offs and taking the notes and doing musical things with them, right? Once you see these connections through the exercises, man, they're really going to open up some doors. So the first shape for A natural minor, we're going to play the root note, and these are movable. This one has a root note off the low E string, root, 5th fret, A note. That's the shape up here. Now the shape down here will be off the 12th fret A string root. So we have here covered this part of the neck, and now we have this part of the neck covered. So let's do this one in between, and that's going to be with our pinky finger on the A string root. So it'll be 12th fret pinky. I say A natural minor or Aeolian mode, but these shapes can be used for any of the modes. It's just a matter of the root note that you're starting on and what you're emphasizing. I don't want to get too, heady in this lesson and all the music theory and whatnot, but you could tune into some of my other lessons on modal playing, and you could see how with one set of scales across the whole neck, you can be playing in all the modes. You don't need a different scale shape for Aeolian or natural minor, then a different set of shapes for Dorian, a different set of shapes for Locrian, right? You can use all the same shapes. You're just playing a note other than the root note and emphasizing another note, and that's how you kind of add all the modes through one set of shapes. In this instance, I'm just using natural minor for this example. And if you want to see this in more scales diagrammed out on paper, because sometimes it helps to get that visual connection, right? You see the video, you're looking at them on paper, and you're practicing them. I could really help you with that. I have a killer resource I'll send you for free. It's my biggest rock blues ebook, packed with like 29 scale diagrams, soloing strategies, all kinds of lessons, major and minor key. It's a really great reference tool that you could use throughout your guitar journey. I'll send you that and a free video lesson how you can easily spice up your playing with some, kind of tips and tricks. I'll send you the video lesson and the ebook for free. Just click on that link below. So here's how we're going to connect these. Let me play you the connection that we're going to do for all three scales, and then we'll get into the arpeggios. I'll play it slow first, and then I'll go back and I'll show you a few tricks. Started up here and descended down this natural minor scale. Now, when we got at the top to the last note, you're going to shift with your pinky and play that last note with your pinky, because that will set you up to ascend through the next shape. Now we're going to descend down that high E string, right, with that first finger. It's a good exercise to get under your fingers. Just practice that, descending. Starting at ascending, I would attach them like this. I'll do it slow. Basically, the move there is when you're on the high E string on this first shape, use that pinky, 8, 10, 12, and then descend down that shape. And then when you get down to the D string, use that first finger on the A string so you can get into that shape. The scale patterns laid out in easy ways to connect them together. And then once you get those scale shapes under your fingers, the licks will start coming. You can throw in some blues, like minor pentatonic. Arpeggio connections, I was playing this A minor 7th arpeggio here off the 12th fret that lived in this scale shape. That's an A minor 7th, root, flat 3rd, 5th, flat 7th. Put that one under your fingers. Then we're going to do an A minor arpeggio here, which is root, flat 3rd, 5th. And that's off the pinky with our root on the A 12th fret A string. And you can see that scale shape that lives in right there. And then we connected that to this minor 9 arpeggio. From our first position. So when we're connecting those, you would do the same thing like we did in the scale and shift with our pinky when we get to the top of the minor 7. See how I did that? Then when we get here, we end it, slide back a half step because we're ending on the C note, slide back to the B. There's our 9th in that minor 9 arpeggio, that B note. And we can come right back up that arpeggio. See, you don't even have to go to the E note if you don't want to. Play the whole arpeggio exercise connection slow. Now, once you get that down, you could start playing the arpeggios, but then mixing in those scale notes at first. That's a good first step because you know that this arpeggio lives in that scale. So start mixing the arpeggio in with the notes of the scale, in with the scale notes, and then you have some cool licks. Throw in the bend. Right, slides. And then you got comfortable with that scale there. Do this arpeggio in that scale. Same thing with this one. Right? And you can kind of attach the arpeggio to notes within the scale and then start moving them and attaching them all together. So you're kind of breaking each one down into subsets and then connecting them. And then you could even attach them to like minor pentatonic and blues licks. Like just take this basic bottom shape. And you could do like... I got back here on that minor 9. I just descended right down the blues scale. So you can do all kinds of licks connecting those arpeggios with blues licks. Like here, I can play the top of that minor 7 arpeggio. And then connect it to the top of this minor arpeggio. Slide it into some blues licks. Create just an unlimited well of licks just by getting comfortable with the vision and being able to connect just a couple. We're just doing 3 scale shapes and the 3 arpeggios that live inside of them, and using some simple things like moving our pinky finger or sliding a note over, or just different devices to connect them together, and then coming up with licks, attaching the whole thing together. And it really will give you this vision, this fretboard navigation, to be getting so much more comfortable in flowing across the neck and phrasing your licks together effortlessly. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Have fun moving around on the fretboard. You know, put on a jam track and just kind of get lost in it as you're working up these concepts, you know, and honing your skills, refining your art. Enjoy, stay tuned. I got lots more killer lessons and content coming. Don't forget, if you want that ebook where I have everything diagrammed out, click on that link below. I'll send you the free ebook and a free video lesson. Also, remember, please subscribe to the channel. That really helps us keep bringing the content. Leave a comment below. Click the like button if you like the video. Thank you so much for your support over the years and for tuning into our lessons. So appreciated. So much more to come. Keep up that hard work on that guitar. Keep having fun with it. And remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. I will see you in the next lesson. Rock on.